Back live again now, and you can see where the line of this wall was the original line of the road as it came round quite a sharp corner, and they've moved it over there and been knocked down some of the buildings over that side. But we're here beside the Lamb Inn again, and I just want to show you this Celtic cross that's here. So, apparently it arrived, was given by Cornwall, but I don't know much of the history about it. It just appeared here. Somewhat out of place, I think, but this was a lovely place. It was a favourite watering hole of mine back in the 70s when I was at college and after I'd started on the buses. This was also where we, after the Merry England Folk Club closed, we had a folk club here, of which I was proud to be a member and singer. We also used to do discos. You imagine humping all your disco equipment right up there. Not very pleasant. Now, up those steps over there, that leads to the Manor Gardens and the old Manor House in there, which used to be the Town Art Gallery. All these now closed off. And you remember I showed you in the studio shots the line of shops with the cinema behind it. Welcome to what is now Waitrose. When that was built around about 1980, it was a Safeway supermarket. Times change. There's another pub that I have had the occasional drink in, not many. Prince Albert, typical mock Tudor style pub, probably dating from around about the 20s or 30s ago. And if we look up at this sign here, it's telling us that hopefully in just under an hour the first bus from Brighton will arrive. Now, the Bourne stream is currently to the left of us, underground. Put into pipe work when they built Note Road here. can see these flint walls, remnants of the older houses that used to be here, and things that you forget, things that you don't notice in your ordinary daily life. But there is a rather magnificent older building there, and you know, all these years I've been here, I've never really taken that much notice of it. But look at that old doorway. That's got to be 400 or 500 years old at least. But here is the conundrum. This is the old Gildridge Manor House, first listed way back in 1949, and certainly parts of it date from the 16th century and additions in the 17th and 18th. Now, one might say, yes, that door could be all those years old, but there is a mystery. There is a modern lock in the middle of it, which I don't suppose is any great thing. Certainly the metalwork could be that old. It's the fact that it's made of strips that confuses me now. Wouldn't you think? Probably made of oak. And then you forgot these modern Tudor efforts. This is as close as I can get to the course of the Bourne stream. It's in pipework underneath the gardens of the houses on the left of us. But there is somewhere that I'm aiming to get. If indeed where I'm looking for is still there. Here we are. Bear in mind, I haven't been through this twit, which is what we call these little pathways in Sussex, for probably the best part of 45 years. So, and I'm already noticing that several trees have gone. But over on the right of us would have been the mill pond for the Ocklinge Mill. And unfortunately they have, much to my disappointment, built a new fence. Because we are standing right over the Bourne stream right now, and this is going to be a bit awkward, but I'm on the other side. And I'm trying, I don't know how successful this is going to be, but I'm hoping that down there you can see the water, because that is there. Yeah. That's all that's left down there. old Bourne stream. No, I can't see. Ooh. No. Well, that's a disappointment. Baker's Road and Star Road. And quite a few houses and buildings got swallowed up with the supermarket, and where about the midpoint of the supermarket was where the old cinema was. But anyway, this is Moatrock Road, and it's getting down to its lowest point now. Oh, excuse me. It's interesting. The Bourne is in pipe work under here, and I'm wondering if these manhole covers are actually over the pipe. Right, let's take a look at this building here, which has been known as the courthouse restaurant, and is now the counting house pub and restaurant. It's a grand old building, probably a couple of 100 years old, not really much older than that. It's on the site of a building that dates back to the time of the original town of Eastbourne. Don't know if you can hear that. That's the sound of the Bourne stream running through the pipework. Yes, the sound. The original building was on that site, probably dates back to the 12th century, and was the old courthouse, and if you like, the original Eastbourne Town Hall. And that's the back of the supermarket, eerily empty. We've just passed what would have been Baker's Road, and we now come to where Star Road would have been here. We're looking towards the Star Brewery and the old Star Shades Inn, but this is where me and my mate and others from our college lodgings would come on a Friday evening to Star, and we would play darts to win the beer against the college kitchen staff. They never seemed to win much. And this is the old remnants of Star Road. This is also where Tommy Cooper used to come. It was his local. He had a stall in the corner of the saloon bar, and despite his reputation for tightness, he bought me and my mate Jeff a drink on Friday night. But probably only because my mate was 6'7" and 3/4 inches tall, and he made a great thing of the 3/4, but he was taller than Tommy Cooper. And when we went into the bar for a quiet drink that night, Tommy looked him up and down. We said, "Evening, Mr. Cooper." He looked him up and down, and he stood up and he said, "Edit all." Gary had a drink because he was 3 sheets to the wind by then. And so yes, Tommy Cooper did put his hand in his pocket occasionally. And no, we didn't get the famous tea bag with the string on the end of it. Still some old shops through here. This would have been quite a thriving little hive of industry at one time. There's, I know it's a general shop now, but has a famous old name, Leonard Stevens. You get a clue as to the rural activities of the area at the time. Master Saddlers. Another one of the older buildings that has survived over there. And the Crown Pub, where my folk singing career began. Back in about 1973, something like that. That's Merry England Folk Club, under the leadership of a gentleman called Clive Bennett. Tea room over there in the corner. So this is one of those little hidden parts of Eastbourne, but got a lot of history. Oh look, somebody's left some books there for people to have a look at. I think at this point a bit of explanation is required as to why I'm doing this all again. I have edited out a fair bit on this of the film that was irrelevant. The camera shake was just so much, I've no idea why, but that was really at the beginning of my, I won't call it a career, but it was one of my very early videos. I hope you'll agree that I've come a long way since then, but it was suggested to me that it would be nice to split this one into 2 sections rather than leave it as one long 45-minute one, which I have done. Just upgraded it a bit with a bit more information, and as I say, I've got rid of most of the really shaky stuff, so sorry about what was left, but it had to be there because of the commentary that went with it. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed watching these now 2 separate halves as they've been re-edited this year, 2023. Nice little touch. Ancient and modern side by side look. Old building, satellite dish. I wonder why they took the plaque, the blue plaque, off of Tommy Cooper's old house. Ah, no. What they've done, they've obviously made the 2 houses into one, because there, you see, there is a tribute to the man. Probably one of the best comedians we've ever had, and I'll finish my walk there because good memories, but rather sad. And I'm afraid the sad memories continue. I would like to dedicate this particular video to the memory of Sabrina Cooper, Tommy's niece. My youngest daughter Jane used to play with her daughter Natasha when they were both primary school age, so they were good friends and knew Sabrina. Obviously Natasha did, but Jane knew Sabrina very well. A lovely lady, taken from us recently by foul means. Rest in peace, Sabrina.